Brendan here again from How to Live Free with More Time, More Money and More Fun. So one of the key things that differentiates what I do with my time and what most other people do with their time is really the difference between being effective and being productive. And I wanted to try and draw a diagram to show you the difference between the two and the power of being effective versus the continual busyness of being productive. And if we had to think of your life in terms of a timeline, right? So this is where you are right now. Hopefully still got a long life ahead of you. And everything you've done to this date, I'm pretty sure you've been busy your whole life. And it's been productive. And if you continue on the same path, you can know that you're going to be there by the time you expire from this realm, so to speak. And right now, at this particular inflection point here, is you have a choice to stay on the same path, to get where you, which is fine, it's perfect if that's where you want to be, or to choose a different path. But what happens then is people say, well, I can continue being busy. I can't really work harder than I'm currently working. I don't have more time. I don't have the resources that I need to be able to get to where I want to be. And that's usually bullshit, to be fair. So what happens here at this particular inflection point where you are right now, so this is where you are now, right, is you have to choose. You have to choose a different path. And once you've made that choice, you then need to decide what you're going to do. So you need a decision, then you need an action, that's the do, and then you need to get a result. So right here, in each moment of every day, we have a choice to make between being productive and continuing on the path that we're on. So this is the productive path, where we're busy all day, every day. We think we're making progress, and we are. We're definitely going through life and getting closer to where we're ultimately going to expire. Or we can choose something different and say, hey, maybe there's a different path. But in order to do that, we need to gain some clarity on one particular thing. So before we choose, there's another step that we need to take right up front. And that's to choose, where do you want to be in future? Future. So if you don't want to be where you're currently headed, then you need to change and gain some clarity on where you want to be in future. So you need clarity. And once you've got that, then it's a case of, well, how do we join these two dots? How do we go from where we are now to where we want to be? In a straight line in as short amount of time as possible. And once you've made that choice, now it's a case of you've changed this path. Now you're in a completely new dimension, a new paradigm, a new whatever it is. Now you've decided to read a book, to do a course, to upgrade your skills, to take back some of your time, to increase your income, to do whatever it is that you need to do now to get to where you want to be, right? You've made that choice. You've decided it. The action starts happening and you start measuring the results. But what happens is it generally doesn't go right from there to there. It starts running like this, almost parallel over time. And then they start gently moving away from each other, and then it becomes exponential, and then you get there. So what happens here is, in the beginning, 6 months, a year down the line, whatever, those two paths look really, really, really similar. And most people can't tell them apart. And the reason they can't tell them apart is because they're not measuring. So you need to be able to measure your results. So if you're measuring your results and you're seeing, hey, there's a little bit of a change, let me keep going. Okay, there's a little bit of a change, let me keep going. There's a little bit of a change. Then eventually you start looking at, hey, now the difference between where I was going to be and where I am now is quite substantial. Let me stay on this path. Let me start compounding my growth on my investments. Let me grow my business a little bit more and increase my income. Let me invest in myself a little bit more and go do another course and spend some money on my brain and my mindsets, that type of stuff. Now it's a case of, hey, there's a big difference. And if you keep going and you keep compounding, this is the power of compound growth. And because we think linearly, but the world moves at an exponential level, we battle to think, or at least the world moves at an exponential pace. We battle to think about exponential change. Our minds are simply not wired that way. But this compound growth, Einstein called compound growth the most powerful force in the universe? It absolutely is, because eventually what happens here is now it's starting to become easy to get massive results in a very short amount of time with no risks, and it feels like you're completely in flow and that everything's just landing perfectly in your life because you're compounding the growth in any area of life, whether it's financial, whether it's spiritual, whether it's your health, whether it's your physical being, whatever the case may be. If you know here you're going to be poor, you're going to be fat, you're going to die early, you're going to be unhealthy, you're going to be have unhealthy relationships, your relationships are going to suck, then all you need to do is start learning what you have to do to shift onto another path. And once you start learning and doing, then all of a sudden you're on another path, and now this is where you're rich and happy and have abundance in your life. I can't put it in over there. But anyway, you get the picture. So if that's where you want to be and you're clear on that, then what do you need to do today, if this is today, this moment, is make a decision on the new path. Gain clarity on where you want to be, join the dots with a system or a plan or a strategy, whatever you want to call it, to get you there. Once you've got that, now you've got your power to be able to take you from where you are to where you want to be. Instead of being here where you don't have any time, you're generally unhappy, you're stressed, you're unhealthy, all the rest of that stuff. If you don't want to be there and you want to be there, you need to have that stuff in place. You need to gain clarity. And it's all about what you choose to do every single day. It's about being disciplined to do and make that choice and those sacrifices that you need to be making now when those two lines look the same. But then as they start compounding, that's the power that you really start deploying later on. And it becomes fantastic and so much fun because it becomes so much easier. Anyway, that's my insight for today. I look forward to seeing you guys on the weekend of the 29th and 30th of April to come and learn how to create income and invest it effectively to convert active income to passive income so that you can get to where you want to be in future. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.